Hi, my name is Giovanna Mercuri and I'm the director and producer of Locked In Productions. Locked In Productions is a company that mainly focuses on full feature movies and TV series about mental health and difficult life issues. So, in my day job, I'm an accredited mental health social worker, and I decided to combine all of my knowledge on mental health as well as my strong performing arts background. I put it all together and I try to use it to help educate others and support other people to help them understand that they're not alone when they're facing difficult issues. So the travel counsellor is basically what I do in my day job. I'm a travel counsellor myself, and I go around to people's houses and I perform counselling sessions. And I just one day decided that this was a good idea for a TV show, basically to try to teach people that if they want to have counselling sessions, not to be afraid of it. It kind of gives a bird's eye view on what counselling is and what to expect from it. So I really want people to understand that they're not alone and that help is out there and not to be afraid to use it. The type of issues that I cover are basically anything that is presented to me in real life. So I'm at the point now where people inbox me and they say, hey, I've got a story, would you like to use it? Now, I'm very conscious about overstepping ethical boundaries. So I do not ever use people's real stories unless they feel extremely passionate about doing it and they're going to benefit from sharing their story, because sometimes it is therapeutic for some people to share their stories knowing that it's going to be helping others. But usually what I do is I take a little bit of this story, a little bit of that story, and I combine it together, and it is quite authentic to what people experience. It could be covering things like domestic violence, family violence, any type of physical sexual assaults. It could be bullying, family issues, relationship issues, just basically anything that's presented to me. The way I find my actors is basically I put up a casting call on Locked In Productions Facebook page and people respond, and I give all sorts of people experience if they want to try acting or being in crew as well. So it's basically very community driven. Many people volunteer their time and their passion to help others. The Travel Counsellor has been running now since 2017. We've done 2 seasons. Funnily enough, season 1 was a web series and every episode only ran for about 10 minutes. And when Channel 31 decided, that they were interested in the show, we then had to turn it into half-hour shows. So season 2 was the first time we actually made it specifically as a TV series. And we went from 1 camera, we went to 2 cameras. But season 3, we've actually got 4 cameras, so we're getting a lot more experienced, and our creative abilities and our technical skills are slowly growing each time. So we would like to thank everybody for their patience in our learning and for their great support. We've received amazing letters of support and thanking us for doing a show like this, because not only is it rich with information, it's quite entertaining to watch as well. So right now we have Hanna Schmidt Lee, and Hanna is a very young and extremely talented singer-songwriter. And I met Hanna at a concert. I was, went to one of Damien Leith and William Hutton's concerts, and she was doing a warm-up act, and I'm like, oh my gosh, who is that girl? And she just caught my eyes and my ears. And the first time I'm like, wow, she's amazing. Then when I saw her the second time, I'm like, I need to go and talk to her. I have to have her on my show somehow. So then I came and approached you, didn't I?
I'm glad you did.
Yeah, how did you feel, this little short woman, crazy, coming and talking to you?
At first I thought you were just coming on to be like, oh, congrats on the gig. And then you kept talking, I'm like, okay. And then you mentioned something on TV, I'm like, I've never done that before. So I was like, sure.
Yeah, so then we exchanged cards, and then I said, can you please do me a little film clip at the start? I really want you to sing and play guitar and just do something for the Travel Counsellor, because for season 3 onwards we really, really are passionate about developing the show, making it bigger, better, more experienced, more confident, and to have an introductory song just is just an amazing thing for us. So thank you so much for
No worries.
letting us do it.
Yeah, it's a fun opportunity to write for people. It's tricky and it's scary, but I mean, with this, it worked out really, really well.
Yep. Remember this face, because I promise you, she's going to be like famous, and I'm going to be able to say, I know her. Thank you so much.
I'll always be your friend.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I said yes to this project is purely for the fact that I love to help people as much as I can. And yeah, if this can help families, parents going through teenage behaviour, I think it'd be a fantastic thing. Maybe give some parents some relief and understanding, I guess.
I was very excited. I couldn't wait to come and see what it was all about. Now that I know what it's about, I'm even more excited to get going and started. Sounds like a really concept of what's happening, really real to life, and I can really relate to that a lot, what's happening. Being a mum of 3, it's going to be great. I've got 3 kids and it is very hard. Very testing your limits as a parent. Sometimes I'm very confused, so I think everybody can relate to what's going to happen here. Parenting is it's not easy, especially when they're teenagers. The anger and the mood swings, it's going to be full on, and it is full on in real life for most people anyway.
So once I choose the actors that I want for each episode, I like to meet up with them and discuss their characters. I think it's very important when we're working with sensitive issues to make sure that the actors themselves feel comfortable with their roles. We don't have strict scripts anymore. We actually do planned improvisations, which means we have a guide of what's going to be happening in each segment, and then the actors improvise those things. And if at times I might direct actors on where to take the story, but a lot of it is in their words, and I just found that this makes the storyline really authentic, and the raw emotions do come out doing it this way. So at the moment I'm in the city and we have an appointment to see the publicist. So I was recommended to get a publicist because we're at a point now where we're doing so much work and promotion on mental health, but we're not really known out there. So the publicist has organised many interviews for me to go on radio around Australia to talk about our work that we do at Locked In Productions. The interest has been that I've got an accredited mental health social work degree, and I've used that degree with my performing arts, and putting all those skills together to help people with mental health, giving them strategies, giving their friends and family also strategies on how to help loved ones who might have difficult life issues or mental health issues, and basically promoting that, if you've got a mental health condition, it's fine. It's actually a lot more common than people think. There's nothing wrong with it. It could all be managed. And as long as that person's got support, it makes it a lot easier for them. And that's what all of our shows are about, is to teach people they're not alone, and we do care. And Steve has been with us since 2016, which is when Locked In Productions first began.
From the start, yeah.
From the very, very start. So,
been a good journey.
Do you want to explain how we met?
Through a movie, The Last Hope. I was just teething through doing a bit of extra work and camera work. It's my first thing I ever did was with that production, and was after some geezer to point a camera in her movie, and with a bit of bad, I think,
encouragement from other people.
Oh no, I didn't. No, a bit of encouragement from other people for you to ask me.
Yes. Yeah.
Not thinking I was just going to say yes straight away. Yeah. So then I helped you out with that movie, and that was amazing. And then we've just been getting bigger and better as we've been going through different projects. Like so the Target, our last one, that was way better than Locked In. We had a little bit of coin to play with there that did help.
That helped a lot.
That's pretty much the main problem, is getting those locations.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's been pretty cool.
Everything costs money, and we try to do
Yeah.
whatever we can with next to no money.
Yeah.
We've done a pretty good job considering.
Yeah. And we're getting, as you said, we're getting bigger and better, and we're getting more cameras pointing at our subjects. So, and that helps. Getting the, getting more angles of the one take, and it just makes editing a lot easier too, because,
It does. And we've got 4 camera people this time.
When we started with Locked In, it was one camera, and wow.
One camera, one cameraman.
Yeah, I never realised how hard it would be, but anyway.
So Steve is camera A, and then we've got camera B, C and D from season 3 on, which is what we're currently shooting. So we're really excited about that. It's not just about having cameras and camera crew, it's about then Steve has to organise which camera angles each person has to do.
Yeah, I reckon it's a great, and everything you write is brilliant. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, we try to make it as authentic as possible. So, they are real life issues that people have, and they're real mental health issues. So we might alter stories here and there, combine stories, but it's been great. The support we've been getting from the community has been fantastic. So we do thank everybody out there who has been sending us amazing letters of encouragement, because we just find that a lot of people have been too scared to reach out, and they're saying that our show, The Travel Counsellor, is really helping them feel encouraged and more confident on how to approach other people about it, and they're feeling more brave to say, hey, I'm not feeling okay. And that's a really good thing. So the focus isn't 1000% on technical or money things. It's never been about money. It's more about the message and the rich information in every episode. So Rick is my first assistant director, and he's also B-Cam person.
Yes.
So Rick, can you tell us how long have you been with Locked In Productions?
Well, I've been with you, Giovanna and Steve, since we first started this 2.5 years ago now, I think it is.
Yep.
And boy, what have we done? Whew, done heaps of stuff, haven't we?
We've done a lot in 2 years.
So we started off like on your first production, which was Locked In. Started off doing that short film, then we moved on to The Target, which was the next big production that you did as well.
Yep.
And that was like 10 times bigger than what we did for Locked In. And now we're currently working on The Travel Counsellor, which is really cool too.
Yep. And so what kind of things do you do in The Travel Counsellor as a first assistant director?
Okay, so my role is to basically keep you on track. So I'm always like going, gee,
that's very
helpful. What the time is, it's like 10 o'clock, hurry up, gotta get this done. So I do that. I try to coordinate with all the crew and the cast as well, make sure they're all looked after and so forth as well. Also with that, I try to make sure you get all the footage that you need for what you're filming too, because it's very important to get what you need for what you're making your production, because if you don't have what you don't have, you can't really make what you want to make.
There's nothing worse than going back to the editing room and realising, oh no, we forgot that shot. So it really does help when you've got all the shots written down, which Steve does normally with me.
There he is.
And then
Steve.
And then Rick makes sure he goes down the list and makes sure that we get all that done. So it's really helpful.
That's right.
Yeah.
And apart from that, I'm like your right-hand person to keep an eye on things.
And you also look after the actors as well.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like starting off as a PA on another production as well, it was my job to make sure people, they're well-fed, and not just well-fed, but make sure that they're all okay as well. Yeah. So make sure they're hydrated, make sure they're feeling happy and confident and so forth as well. So that was my job to kind of do that. Yeah. And that sort of carried on to what we do here as well. Yeah.
And how are you feeling about doing the B-Cam?
B-Cam is a funny one, because when I started B-Cam, it was one of those, I'll just get some extra footage, and then it just started becoming something else, and then we started getting playing around with other angles as well. And now the things we're doing now compared to when we first started with one camera, now we've got 3 or 4 cameras, and it's awesome because you've got all these different perspectives that you can do your shot from as well, which gives it a better thing to look at, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And are you enjoying doing the camera work?
Oh yeah, look, it has its moments, but like everything, you know. But look, I do really enjoy it, and it's a good experience for me as well, because it makes me focus on something specific as well when I'm not sort of directing to. And also, it's good fun. I really like it. It gives you another angle to see what's going on.
And it's good. We like to challenge ourselves with different roles as well, so we step out of our comfort zones, and we're always learning, very mentally stimulated, and we just keep growing and learning, don't we?
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it, definitely.
And the good thing is we do operate very much like a family, so we'll keep each other on each other's toes.
Yeah,
I
always
think.
keeping it on each other's toes, making
Yeah.
sure we get everything done and making sure it's all correct and so forth as well.
Yeah, so it's been a real pleasure having you on board, and I really look
thank you,
forward
G.
to.
It's been an honour working for you and Steve as well.
Yeah.
It's been really good fun.
I look forward to keep going and just
yeah.
keep growing together.
It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Look forward to what we do in the future as well.
Yeah.
And just see where it takes us.
Yeah, excellent.
So it's really
Thank
good fun.
you.
No worries, G.
Okay, so next to me I have Jack Law, which is our cameraman or our director of photography's son, Stephen Law's son. So Jack actually acted in season 1 in one of the very first episodes. Do you want to tell us what that was?
So I played a character who refused to go to school, and the episode I was in, I was under my sheets just like saying yeah, nah with my thumb, and I had to drop out due to cancer actually. I was diagnosed June of this year, and yeah, it was a shock for me majorly because like I knew something was going wrong, but I thought I was just getting extremely tired, and yeah, just yeah.
And then you went into you had chemotherapy, and you've just finished radiation. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so now you're just kind of waiting to see results.
So the one of the MRIs I had after chemo showed that the tumors actually completely went, and the radiation was pretty much just to make sure everything was gone completely.
And so for us, as I said before, we do operate like a family, and when we found out Jack had cancer, we were all pretty devastated but very hopeful at the same time. Steve kept filming like an absolute trooper. He didn't fall to pieces. You didn't fall to pieces. No. And I've got to say that was one of the most inspiring things for me, because I always think, oh my gosh, if I was the mum, I would just fall to pieces. But your whole family, they were so brave through the whole thing, and it just taught me that you just don't give up. You just keep going and you keep fighting, which is what you did, and it's a really good result. So I'm so happy. And I did say to Jack that even though he couldn't continue that episode, that when he was better, he'd come on another episode. So we'll make him a different character altogether, and he can still be in 4 episodes. Yeah?
Yeah.
You still up for it?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So to all the families out there who are going through, somebody with cancer in the families, don't give up, and just, if you find support around you, hopefully that can help you get through it. But what did you find helped you through this experience?
Just knowing that all my friends and family had my back, and that I knew I was gonna get through it, like no matter what. Yeah. And
you know what? It's been amazing having you back on our set. So I did a few cartwheels when I found out you were coming today to film the behind the scenes. So thank you so much for coming. And thank you to Jack's family for allowing us to have him. Well done, Jack. High five.
Ooh. So, how much am I getting paid? Come on!
So, today I've got 6 interviews with radio stations. So, yeah, some are with ABC, some are live, some are pre-recorded. I guess I do get pretty jittery beforehand, but then when I actually start talking, then I'm okay. So, it's been pretty fun and a really good experience. I love giving people a go. I really do.
Well, as a mental health worker, different areas of our life, so it's not just all acting. Some are from the professional, like from my team.
So we're in Melbourne, and we're waiting to, we're actually on our way to see Steve, because we've got a shoot today here. So it looks like it's about to rain. Apparently there's very bad forecast for strong winds. So we're going to quickly shoot what we need to shoot and then get back into the editing room. So right now I'm on my way to Channel 31 to bring in the episodes that are completed. And I tend to do this after each season. It used to be episode by episode, but now we're in front enough to do a few.
Hi, I'm Natalie. I'm the makeup artist for Locked In Productions, and I've been working on the Travel Counsellor recently, doing makeup for that TV series. The thing I love the most about doing makeup for Locked In Productions is definitely the crew and the people that you work with, and also the creative side and making people look totally different with their injuries and all of that stuff. We went to Sydney to film one of the episodes and I did some makeup on some of the kids. That was a great experience. It was lots of fun. I love working for Locked In Productions because we're always having fun, and I love doing the makeup on everybody, getting creative.
When you need her, she'll know what to do, she'll be there for you. I'm Hanna Schmidt Lee. I'm 17 and I'm Melbourne based. I write my own songs, which is fun, and I've been doing that since about 14 years of age, basically as soon as I went into high school, because I found some stuff to write about. But recently I've released my second album, the first which I made when I was 14, and this one is called Someone Else. This is my newest album. It has 13 tracks on it, and really proud of it. And you can find this on Bandcamp or iTunes, and other details are on my website, hannahschmidlee.com, and on my Facebook, my Instagram, basically everywhere. When you need her, she'll know what to do, she'll be there for you. Where you will lead her, there's nothing Adele couldn't think of to do. She's all you ever needed in the wrong situation. You're caught in the middle, no way of escaping. Till out of the blue she runs into you. There's nothing that she couldn't do. She's a travel counselor.